Man, we have so much to talk about this morning, and we have 3 hours to do it in. 8:30 to 9:30, 9:30 to 10:30, 10:30 to 11:30. 3 hours max. 11:30 a.m. over with. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the crossing guards, school teachers, law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel, military personnel. Shout out to the payroll attendees. It's Friday. People want their money. Shout out to the AC techs, heavy equipment operators, construction workers. Shout out to the barbers and the barbershops getting it. Shout out to the beauty salon workers or stylists in the beauty salons. Shout out to the nail techs. Shout out to whatever it is you do for a living. If I skipped over your profession, then work with me, please. Shout out to the strippers on poles and the girl them round the back road. I'm not judging you. I'm not God. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. You're a good person if you want good for others as much as you want good for yourself. You're a good person, providing you want good for yourself. Shout out to you. Here we are on this beautiful Friday morning. Today is January 16th, 2025, and we're happy to be here. We have been blessed and chosen and been given this present to be here, to exist now, this moment in the present. And on days like these, we say, it's the freaking weekend, baby! Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Feeling good. I'm feeling good. My foot's feeling better. I think I could take this boot off in another 2 days or so. Hopefully. I was walking around all day in it yesterday, and it didn't hurt much last night, so I'm guessing it's getting better, right? We hurt and we heal up and we keep moving. We take a licking and keep on ticking. That's what it is. So with that said, we are here on this beautiful Friday morning. We got a lot to talk about. A lot. We have let's see. This is what's on the menu for this morning. We have the Noel Maitland case update. We have the ICE is dragging African Americans now. I don't know if y'all know it, that ICE has started going door to door. This is more concerning for the people who are living in the United States of America at the moment. ICE is going door to door now in certain places. Everybody thought they would never see it come to this, right? Maybe they would approach you out in public, or maybe if you had a case open before immigration and you went down to an immigration building, you would have been detained. See, it keeps getting more and more and more. Now they're in neighborhoods. Now they're walking up and down streets and blocks and parked off in dark tinted vehicles in corners and lay waiting and jumping out on random people. Between last night and this morning, I saw countless videos of them jumping out on random people. ICE is dragging almost everybody. I can say this. What I'm going to focus on this morning specifically is that they are dragging African Americans now. Yes, and I have so much to say in that area, but I'll show you a video clip of them pulling over and demanding identification from an African American couple and how that interaction went, and then I'll say what I have to say there. It's going to tie into having to do with the election process, and you remember all that other stuff that I said before and all that. We have that on the board. I told y'all recently, yesterday we talked about U.S. immigration update and how the United States of America has canceled the processing of immigration visas and has now added Jamaica to the list. I can't let misinformation pass me and I don't correct it. I see quite a few Jamaican places where we gather saying is Marco Rubio add Jamaica to the listener because him go tell Andrew not to. Him tell Andrew to get rid of the Cuban doctor them, and Andrew must not get rid of them. So him add we to that list there. I want y'all to be very clear, right? When Marco Rubio told Andrew Holness to get rid of the Cuban doctors, he did just that. We were not added to the list for that. We were added to the list because we have a lot of people here in this country that comes from Jamaican background who have ran off in this country and are a part of the illegal immigration fabric. And also because we have a lot of people here who are not wealthy financially, so they somehow end up on some form of assistance, even though their status is legal, right? And that's the reason why. Those are the people they're trying to weed out. So let's keep that short right there. However, Andrew Holness said yesterday that U.S. immigration visa freeze shows the importance of building Jamaica. I'm going to get into that this morning with a message to our Prime Minister. All right, that's the third one on the list. So you have the Noel Maitland update, case update. You have ICE dragging African Americans. You have the Andrew Holness message, and then Caribbean countries signed on to the U.S. to accept refugees from the United States of America, but requesting that the U.S. please send us anybody, just don't send us any Haitians. We're going to talk about that because it was exposed that that was the request of one particular Caribbean country who said they would take anybody, just don't send us no Haitians. Right. That's on the list this morning. We have an update with the Leoda Bradshaw case as well. If you look at the icon or if you look at the title for the video this morning, where it says 2 murder case updates. So we're talking about the Noel Maitland murder case update, and we're also talking about the Leoda Bradshaw murder case update. Leoda Bradshaw is the one who is accused of kidnapping or masterminding the kidnapping and murder of Philip Paulwells, a prominent Jamaican politician's baby moms and his small daughter, right? So we have some update and some new information in that case as well. What else do we have here? We have a little fun thing here that we're going to do first before we go anywhere, just to soften up the room, and we'll get to that in a minute. There's a story here about a pastor that got scammed by a Jamaican couple that I thought was funny as hell. It's an American pastor that got scammed by a Jamaican couple. I thought it was funny. No, it's not funny because it would be angering to me if I was scammed, but the details of how it happened and what he was expecting versus what he got is what's funny. So if we have time to share that, we will share that. And then there's an update to the Dr. Ian Roberts case. Dr. Ian Roberts is the brother from, I want somebody to call in and tell me when I say this wrong, because I'm the kind of person that says potatoes, potatoes, tomatoes, tomatoes, Des Moines, Des Moines. It's the same thing. You know what I'm talking about, right? But people get into them feelings every time I say Des Moines. And they're like, oh, I can't take it, SouFlo. That's not how you say the word. So if it's irking your nerves, call in and tell me how the word is actually said, right? So you remember the superintendent from Des Moines, Iowa. I'll just say Iowa. Well, there's a update in his case as well, and we're going to talk about that also. That's what we have for this morning, and we have until 11:30 to get all of that in. Let's go. It's the freaking weekend, baby. I haven't shared my screen in a while, but usually when we share the screen, we don't get through the topics because we don't get through the topics because we get caught up in each other, and then we start talking about, all kind of something. Let's start out like this morning. Use a Jamaican word that people don't really. Here we go. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
SouFLo, it hurts my nose. Because I can't believe you go to school here.
It irks your nerve.
Yes. It's Des Moines. It's Des Moines, Iowa.
Okay, I will have you understand this, okay, along with my audience. I graduated high school in the United States of America, and I graduated with honors English. So, English language is not my problem. Me pronouncing the word how someone wants me to pronounce it is probably what's bothering me.
Because when you hear it said Des Moines, yes.
And the rebelliousness in my head is like, no business with them, I tell you, man, rebel against them. Say it how you want to say it. So it's like my brain is fighting me to say it the right way. So, say it for me again, please.
The state and capital was about strong in school.
Okay.
And Des Moines. Des
Moines.
Yeah, Des Moines, Iowa.
So if it's Des Moines, why did they not spell it
because it's silent.
D-E-M-O-I-N? Them should have spelled it D-E-M-O-I-N then. Is that true? All right. Thank you for the correction.
Des Moines.
I will be saying Des Moines the rest of the morning.
Yes, man.
All right. All right. Oh man. I appreciate the correction. The part of my brain there, through me a rebel in a real life, the part of my brain there is like, man, frig what am I talk about? Say it how you want to say it here. Like, it's Moines. I try to say it right, but it won't come out right. I know this is, and I know it was irking somebody's nerves because I did a video that, throughout the video, I kept saying stuff like, because I was reading an article and then elaborate upon what I've read. So I read the article, and every time it came up, I was like, superintendent of, shit, I can't say it. The superintendent from Iowa. Then I was like, frigate. Des Moines. The superintendent, Ian Roberts, Dr. Ian Roberts from Des Moines. I said it about 20 times. You see, by the time I go look one time, I post the video, nobody gave a damn about what I was saying in the video. I said the man get catch with gun and the man run and he had $3,000 in the car and this, that. You didn't hear none of that? They was like, yeah, it was just irking my nerves the way you were saying it. That's where I get the irking your nerves from. Because I know say did I irk somebody's nerves the way I was saying it. Mervin, big up yourself. Shout out to everybody in the chat this morning. Big up to all my green name people. You make this chat work. You make the chat beautiful. Shout out to the people watching from the outside. Let's start off like this. Use a Jamaican word that people don't really use anymore. A Jamaican word that people do not use anymore. If you grew up, if you're an 80s baby, 70s baby, you'd probably know some words that people don't know anymore. Yes. Why I say, babe? Babe, come look here. Come look here. So, when your wife ball out front road, that's about punash. Look, I wrote down a couple of them, right? Oh, really? Yeah, look. I look on my list. See? Good night from Australia. Oh my. Sarah, big up yourself, Sarah. Thank you for being here. Our Australian family. It irks you too, Dorothy T. Kufenke. You remember that word there? Or you never know that word there? Kufenke? Y'all gotta tell us what that means. What Kufenke did mean again? Kufenke mean y'all going like you know no sense. Okay. Backside, we use backside regular man. Kiss my granny backside. with the backside, yeah, we use that regular. That's not, we're talking about a word that isn't really used anymore. Here, let's ban TV about idiotic. A regular English word that, brother. That's Ganzi. Ganzi. You know from when me no hear somebody call one t-shirt on Ganzi. Ganzi. You're definitely from the era. You're from the 80s, 70s, somewhere around there. So Ganzi. Crepe. Nobody no call your sneakers crepe no more. These are the words I'm looking for. Baggy. Now make no boy pull down your baggy. Baggy. Baggy is girls' underwear, right? And them used to cuss man on top, but watch him over there trace like a baggy in my wear. Boy, I trace like a baggy in wear. That means you're engaging in back and forth with women like you're a woman like you wear panties. Baggy is panty, right? Crepe. Yeah, I just said that one too. Wait there, Gabardine. You should be selling me Gabardine. Y'all go wash it down the stream. Oh, Lena must have dream you a dream. That song there probably older than me. But I, of course, me grew up listening to what my parents, them are my neighbor, them are my auntie, them did I listen to, right? Hold on there. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, how are you, SouFLo?
My good family, how you doing? How your phone sound so low?
Yeah, hi, SouFLo.
Yeah, hide. Well, we can't hear you. Yeah, hide from we too.
SouFLo, you know Dungaree?
Dungaree. Dungaree, no overalls.
Yeah, Dungaree. They don't use that word no more.
Right, it's true. Me I put on my crepe on my dungaree.
Yeah.
I make sure I put one Ganzi on night.
Yeah.
True.
I put on your drawers. I'm gonna put on your drawers.
Your drawers. We still, yeah, people still say drawers, but we not say baggy. We not say baggy no more.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
tell the little girl to go put on her baggy. She said dungarees. Your dungarees, your crepe, your baggy, your Ganzi. E-rated water. What? Mervin, what that? Gabardine pants. But Gabardine was a special material though, from what I know. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning.
Kwati.
Your favorite Tufenke.
Tufenke. I think
Yes.
Tufenke. What Tufenke do you mean again? You mean your favorite? It just basically means you know, mean you love no specific word. You know,
the person who just said
good.
the rated water. Yes, I think it has to do with like the whole the clear crystal soda. What name again? Cream soda.
Cream soda.
Yes, I think.
Boy, I used to love cream soda with a hot patty, you know.
Yes, the overdrink.
Yeah. Big up yourself.
But look here.
But we never heard about that before. E-rated water.
Yes, man, they call it. Go buy one E-rated water for me. So yes, at the cream soda they mean.
The Buffalo Soldier stuff is like go back up at the top cabin, Miss Holy Powers that then give me.
Yes. All right. So no matter about the name pronunciation more than the message is what we need to hear.
Yeah, that me did that thing to my friends because you know me hear people from different country with different accent say
exactly.
Stuff. And me still understand and give them a pass because I know when them a talk, but them not
exactly.
Them not extend the same grace to me at all.
And then the funniest thing is when me allow you them pronounce Hussein name, they say Hussein.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and every Jamaican said, you say, did they call them and kill them? No.
Right. When them
oh
say
my God. Man, we're looking at the messages. We just need to get it and digest and move on and beat up yourself over a small thing and make a mountain out of it, which means nothing. The message, go on with the message. Any way you call it, me get it this morning. Go on with the message and leave out certain small things.
All right, big up yourself. All right, Dulcimina. What did Dulcimina again? Dulcimina. Dulcimina was a donkey. You favor Dulcimina. Dulcimina, I think, was a donkey. When them want to tell you say you favor donkey, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. When them want to tell you favor donkey, them tell you favor Dulcimina. And Shauna said baggy in our song with Cartel. Baggy. Well, Sarah, baggy mean your panty. It mean your underwear, a woman's underwear. So man nothing wear baggy. Soda. We don't soda no more. Dugu. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo. I don't know if you reached past, if you passed the word then, yes? But I was just saying caroches.
Caroches.
What did you tell my daughter? So she be a caroche.
I just told Kai that too.
I was like, what? She was like, what? What are you talking about? But I see a police coming out of the car. All right,
Big up yourself. Oh God, but just tell Kai that Kai is 7. Kai look popular. Every time I talk to Kai, he do something where all the brother them do it when they were his age growing up. And they still do it. They like stare at me like this. Like not even a blink, you know. If I say pick up the stuff from over there and bring it over there, man, why you always put that behind the door? He's like live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yeah, morning, SouFLo.
Morning, family. What going?
I'm there. So, yeah, somebody said the word that made that think about caroches.
Mm-hmm.
But our next one, chukumens.
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 What that did mean now?
I think it mean like anything where you have like around the, like, you know, your grandmother, your mother, take up your chukumens them and go on.
Oh. So, it's like caroches.
Caroches, yeah, man.
All right. Oh man, yeah. Kai workstation always full of one whole heap of something. I said, Kai, man, sometimes I go in there, I step on Lego, I trip over this. I'm like, and no matter how you clean it up, you know, it gone back the same way. Kai said, because I'm always working on something. So me left him there. But yesterday, I think I said to him, like, your workstation always full of one bag of caroches. Poor kid don't know what caroches mean, but that's my way of passing down our stuff traditionally to them. You know what I mean? They will grow up and start pass them words down to my grandchildren, which are for them children, because that's what daddy and mommy used to say to them also. For you know who have picked or foreign that you all are raising, don't be afraid to talk to them like how your grandmother and your mother used to talk to you, because that's how we keep our culture alive. You know what I mean? If we come here and we assimilate into other people's culture so much that we forget ours and us, then we're going to raise our children completely detached from the people that they come from. Now, when them go amongst them people, they're going to be able to tell right away, like, yeah, you're Jamaican, your parents are Jamaican, but you don't really understand what's going on. And they won't, because you never use those things to them. I'm telling you, Malani is 5 years old. And whether you want to call this appropriate or not, when Malani gets excited and when she sees certain things, Malani will bust one of them BBC that for us clot or a bumper clot. I may say you better not say that when we go to your grandmother's house, you know? Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hey, SouFLo.
Yeah, fam.
Tuesday, Granny tell us, go pick up your Georgie bungles.
Pick up your Georgie bungles. Somebody are some real country people from Weir Road. I saw side up.
Big up.
Balance and respect, sir. Your Georgie bungles. Shot. Take off your shot. Take off your shot. Give me. Let me put on a ganzi upon you. Lift up your foot now. Let me put on your crepe. When I'm get your dress when you did little. We still say baggy in my yard. Nobody wear no dirty baggy go out the road. You know, hey, come take up your baggy off our laundry. Nobody know how to wash this. Nobody know how to see your baggy crashes. You have to wash them out in the shower before you put them in our laundry room. We will talk about that this week. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hey, SouFLo, Sarah from Australia. How are you doing?
Sarah, what's going on? All is well?
Not too much time or anything like that.
Mm.
But in Jamaica, Nicholas said something to me, which I don't know if other people have said that in Jamaica or it's just him. But we want to put my CD in your CD deck. I don't know if that was a thing back then or whether he just said that.
Sarah said when she was in Jamaica, when the man said to you, Sarah, you want to put him CD in your CD deck.
CD deck, yeah. Yeah.
Yo, you want to put him CD in your CD deck, yes? I think, that's kind of self-explanatory. He talking about like how you
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? You knew what that was, though.
Of course. Oh, of course. I was just wondering if other people in Jamaica said that's their girlfriends or if it was just something he made up. I don't know.
No, man, them said, yeah, that is a regular thing. But true, we don't use CD no more, but yeah, it's a regular thing.
Sure. Sure. I found out what bag he was with the cartel Ashona song Porn Flick, because she goes in like a laborite in my green bag he pulled to the side of my butty jaw. No, he's got a don't flex with me. I don't know. I don't remember the rest.
I can't tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
Like a laborite, bag you pulled to this.
I don't remember butty jaw.
Hey Sarah, if you make me laugh this morning.
That's good, SouFLo.
Big up yourself, Sarah.
You have a good one. A big up, SouFLo. Bye.
Bye. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
SouFLo, my last time calling you.
Hey, tell me, man.
You know what mother used to tell me?
What?
Mother used to say you ever fart.
Yo, the one that is common. How you can favor 40.
I'm the last one here. When they go to Jamaica, somebody said they want wee-wee.
Shiwi. Yo, big up yourself. Manners. Yo, me want shiwi. They used to say shiwi wee-wee. I see so many words in the comments. Me I watch on 2 computer screen, and one of them runs slow and the other one runs fast, right? Me say bangarang, me say krebe, me say stush. All them words that we not even use no more. Bangarang, krebe, stush. You still hear them say crep? Me not hear nobody say crep. I don't know where you hear that, but I don't hear anybody say crep. It's not a part of today's convo when people are talk about anymore. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yes, SouFLo, morning.
Yeah, family.
Timbuktu and cocoa bread.
Timbuktu and cocoa bread.
Yes.
Remember, so we say, if you use words that nobody no use no more.
Nobody now use. Remember today used to call pum pum cocoa bread when you pick me.
No, me no know that.
No.
Me didn't know that.
Go wash your nasty cocoa bread.
Me didn't know that. Me used to hear that use other kind of words.
No man, we used to hear that when we are picnic. Go wash your nasty cocoa bread.
They used to use punny, tun, punash, and the famous pum pum. Yeah, but we never hear cocoa bread yet.
Well, in a mobile, we used to say cocoa bread. Cocoa bread.
Mm-hmm. All right, then.
Yeah, and Timbuktu.
Where Timbuktu for now? I like you go way around, so?
Yeah, when they say Timbuktu. Okay. I know you can't reach. Away the Timbuktu.
Okay, yeah. Me know that one there. We don't say that no more neither.
No. So we done with the 2 words.
All right. Big up yourself. Cocoa, wash your cocoa bread. No, sir. Because we never mix pum pum with food. Ain't babe? They used to say it. She said, wife is saying true. Them used to say it. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yeah, SouFLo.
Yeah, bro.
Timbuktu is a city in Mali, West Africa, you know, so.
Me know, so it's far.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, man, me know that. That's what me did tell her. So me know that wonder when is when you go far or when somebody that take too long for reach.
Yeah, man.
See.
All
right, brother. Crutches. Oh, we use that regular. Me use that this morning. Cause you know Shakira just have the baby. Babe, me not use that this morning. Me ask her if the crutches ready. She said it must be crazy. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
So SouFLo, my brother.
Yo, brother, I go on 5 up.
Yeah, man. They used to call it poker bread when there's something that's for real. And that's why most Jamaican man, when they order a patty, they just take a patty and a falling bread.
Oh.
Yeah, understand me? That's the poker bread. Poker bread. And see me.
But I want you to tell me something.
Don't go too far. We have topics. We have topics.
All right, my brother. All right. True.
Don't get too carried away.
All right. Real
manners
me back
and respect.
Manners. Why if you don't reel me back in after me no fish? Boy, we're gonna leave this where it's at. I didn't know this would have gone so far. I thought we would have had like 4 or 5 of them, and then that would have been it. Apparently, we can go all morning. Somebody said me wicked. I check. Me don't know. Me don't want to sit down here and she wants something and me not give her nothing. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be of service. Mrs. B talks self-taught wellness with a twist. Mrs. B says we used to say bunny for women and titty for men. And cocoa as well, but not the bread part. All right. We're going to move into one of our topics this morning, okay? Like 5 up said, I'm going to get too carried away because we have limited time and we have topics. Limited time don't seem limited until the time run out and you don't hit half of the topics them yet. So thanks for keeping us on track. All right. I'm going to jump into our topic right now. Let's take one more call first. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Big up yourself, SouFLo. Yes. You see that word when them say accoutrements.
Yeah.
It come from the word accoutrement, you know.
It come from the word what?
Accoutrement or accoutrement.
Oh.
It's like a set of tools or. Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, man, we're here loud and clear, man.
Yeah, man, I don't know where it comes from, but you don't know what people in the start with accoutrement.
All right.
I know, I recently find out that my great-grandmother always said that to me. I want every time to me hear the word. I mean,
and you just catch it.
I got to the moon. Yes, man.
All right.
That is it, man. You go and be the person and first time I call you by your phone, I have to come and do.
All right, my brother.
Big up.
Manners and respect, see?
Yeah, man.
All right. We're going to hold off on the phone calls for a minute and we're going to get into some of these topics. The last 2 that I had on my list was Laba Juice or Laba Laba. And yeah, that's it. Because we already said all the other. And Boops. Laba Juice, Laba Laba, and Boops. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, Flo. What about your Grabalicious?
Grabalicious. You're so crib and Grabalicious.
And gluttonous.
Gluttonous. Them they are English word, man.
Wanga got
a fiwi. Yeah, Grabalicious is actually an English word and so is gluttonous. But Wanga got a fiwi. Wanga got mean, greedy, Grabalicious, gluttonous. Yeah, so Jamaican word where is Wanga got.
So Bossy Sam.
No wanga God, no wanga belly. No licky, no yummy. Cradle puppy dog, say losing one. Big up yourself, Jarrell. Hey, I am a walking piece of Jamaica, you hear me? As Jerome said, bossy song, no? You see how that does fly off on my head top? No wanga God, no wanga belly. Some of them don't even remember them something. They have to go look that up. Anyway, moving on to our topic now. let's start out with the former MP or the former Des Moines Superintendent, Dr. Ian Roberts. Dr. Ian Roberts' case, this whole time, if y'all have been wondering which part him there, if them did deport him back already or anything like that, he has been sitting in ICE custody this entire time. All right. So as of this morning, this was an update that said the former superintendent of the Des Moines, Iowa school district, who was registered to vote in Maryland, despite not being a U.S. citizen, will take a plea deal in his federal criminal case, according to court records. They had levied criminal charges against him that were federal criminal charges against him, which made his case a little bit more complicated. It's not like them grab him and them say, we're deporting you, you're illegal here, get out the country. They wanted to punish him before he left, so him get caught up. Ian Roberts, who immigrated from Guyana to the United States of America. But listen to this, because y'all ain't dumb. Everybody here almost is intelligent, and you can pick sense out of nonsense. I have questions. He has a team of lawyers too. But when you hear him salary when did I make, it makes sense that he could afford good lawyers to defend him, right? All right. Dr. Ian Roberts, he immigrated to the United States of America from Guyana back in 1994. He came to the U.S. as a track and field standout. A university in the United States of America gave him a full ride scholarship for, you know, when you come here as a student and you come run and do the thing for them and win championships and whatnot. He is actually at that same university in their Hall of Fame hall, as he holds their record in the event that he competed in. He actually went on to compete in the same event in the Olympics representing his country. So it's not just some regular nobody, all right? When his paperwork expired, he was supposed to leave. He got his degree, a bachelor's degree, and he was supposed to leave. We'll give you a bachelor's degree in exchange for 4 years of you running and representing our institution. Many people come out of the Caribbean like that, especially Jamaica. All right. It said that he had authorization that expired in 2020. He was federally charged with being an illegal alien in possession of a firearm, as well as making a false statement for employment. He was caught with a firearm before, and he was not charged. It was a day when he was caught, but that was the case that actually got him on their radar first. Caribbean men, me know something about we where we feel like we need the gun around. I mean, given the climate of the country that we're in, and anything can happen at any time. Also, you can't walk around blind like Jesus will protect me. Jesus protect who protect themselves. You know what I say? So man usually talk little something else up on the side. But his story is he had a rifle and pull off to the side of the road, gone in the woods with the rifle, say my hunt, I shoot bird. The police them was nearby, troopers were nearby, them heard gunshot let off. They started corralling the area, and then they saw him walking back to his vehicle. He placed the rifle on the back seat and drive off. Then pull him over. They saw the rifle and all that. That's the first time he got in trouble, as in running into the law. The second time again now was when they went to the school the other day. I was wondering what happened in between all that time, because it wasn't like they caught him with the rifle and them run him background and say, you're illegal here, you have to go, right? He was here for many more years after that. What we're finding out is he's married to a Caucasian woman. Not that it matters, because a black woman could have done the same thing too. But apparently, he, according to her, he was having an affair, an extramarital affair. And she wanted the relationship to be done and over with. So she ended up filing a restraining order against him. And the restraining order is what triggered everything in the system all over again. Now, mind you, in the meantime, while all this are going, he might get catch with the gun or come out of the woods, say I hunt him, did a hunt. He was well within his rights, because where he's at, you can have a shotgun and you can go into the woods and hunt. But you're not supposed to say, they're here. He's here. Kind of like Squash case. If Squash was legal here, when them catch him with the gun the other day, if it wasn't modified, he would have been fine. If the police pulled me over, right? Matter of fact, the police did pull me over the other day. My older son, my middle son, Kosi was in the passenger seat. The police looked in my car and he said, "Is that a weapon you have in there?" And my gun strapped to my chest when I drive. Right, that's all. Right? So he said, "Is that a weapon you have right there?" And I looked him dead in his eyes and I said, "Yes, it is." He never said another word to me about a weapon. He never said, "Pull it out, make me see it." He never said, "Do you have a permit for it?" He never said anything. He just took my driver's license registration. But when him asked me, I had my elbow on the window and him put him hand on my elbow, which I thought was weird. So I looked him dead in his eye and I said, "Yes, it is." And then he moved him hand off on my elbow. I thought he was trying to test my temperature or something. Anyway, him shouldn't have had a gun there. And the woman when married to, him a give her the teely. She couldn't take it no more. Apparently, she went and said he did something to her. She feels scared. So she took out a protection order against him, which also was current in the system as well. Anyways, he was employed by Baltimore City Schools. Pay attention to this. He was employed by Baltimore City Schools regardless for nearly 8 years between August of 2001. Remember, say he came here in 1994. He got hired to work with the school district, and he was hired from 2001. He worked there till 2010. 2001 to 2010. That's a long ass period of time. Now I'm having questions. Ain't no way he could have worked that long in the Baltimore school district with no kind of legal means to be here, to be able to work here. According to the school system, he worked in the Baltimore school district from 2001 to 2010, with 5 of those years as a teacher and the rest of them as a principal. He attended graduate school at Morgan State University. During that time, he was pursuing a doctorate of education in urban educational leadership. However, they found out that on his resume where he said he got his doctorate, he didn't get it from Morgan State, because when they contacted Morgan State said, "We have no student that graduated with a doctorate from our institution. Let's have a look." And they went and looked further and they said, "Oh, he did attend here though. He just didn't graduate from us." They also found out that he does have a doctorate degree, but it's not from the institution that he said it was from. So I don't know if he put on his applications that his doctorate was from Morgan State because he thought Morgan State was prestigious and people would have. It's like you going somewhere and you're like, "I'll put on my application, I have a doctorate from Harvard." It's okay, you got it from Florida State, right? But people are going to be like, "Where's Florida State?" Or they're going to be like, "Oh my God, Harvard?" So I don't know if that's the reason why he did it, but that's what was revealed. So he resigned. They did not fire him. They gave him the opportunity to resign. The school district that hired him still stands behind him today. And they asked the leader of the school district if he was allowed to stay in the US after all this. if they would consider having him work with them still, and her answer was absolutely. Absolutely. So he resigned as superintendent of the Des Moines Public School on September 30th of 2025 when his legal issues came about, when he did have to run and escape into nearby bushes because ICE was on his tail. And of course, when they searched the vehicle, which is a school vehicle, which was allotted to him from the school, they also found $3,000 in cash and a loaded handgun in the vehicle, which you can't have a gun on school grounds and all that. So that's why the federal charges came into all that. They went and did a raid on his house as well, where they found quite a few other firearms in the house as well. So that's why they charged him with, illegal alien in possession of a firearm and all that. So he was allowed to resign. Now, when you're allowed to resign, your pension still comes to you. If you're fired, you won't get it. That's from my understanding. As of now, a hearing to go over the terms of his plea agreement is set for January 22nd. Today is the 16th. That means in a few days he will be in a courtroom, and his trial had previously been set to start March 2nd. He also faces a pending order of deportation. Everybody is asking, is he going to be deported? What kind of plea deal must he have worked out with them? I'm willing to bet, nobody said it, but I was listening to a reputable immigration attorney go through this case. And the reputable immigration attorney said, anything is possible in a case like this because his case is super unique. The only thing on the table that he said, the only thing on the table that he thinks would present a problem would be given what administration is in place right now and their main agenda. To break it down for everybody, the Trump administration is in power right now. Their main agenda is immigration, deportation, throw everybody out, as many as they can. So that would present a problem for him, especially since he has the federal gun case. Immigration, they're probably not going to take that part lightly. So based on that, he's guessing that unless something spectacular happens behind the scenes, he will probably also be deported. But he's not saying 100% if he will be deported, because you never know what might happen in his case. Turns out he has a team of attorneys representing him, not just one. And for those of you who don't know, this man was making some serious money while he was doing what he was doing. His salary started at $270,000 a year. When he left, he was getting paid his salary started at $207,000 per year. When he left, with all the stuff that went on the other day, he was up to $278,000 per year. That was his last pay. And he had just signed on for a pay scale that would have brought him over $300,000 a year. So he was getting to the money. I don't know, maybe he was putting away some of that money. Maybe he was putting away some of that money, and he's able to use that money. Because public defenders are not going to defend you like that. You can't just have a team of public defenders, right? They don't do it for free. The courts will say, if you can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed onto you, and they'll throw you a public defender. He has a team of attorneys that are negotiating on his behalf. So we'll see what the outcome is going to be for him. I personally think he's still going to be deported. I would say this, though. if the United States of America's government was on some real progressive, productive stuff, this is one person they would not deport. I would have found a way for him in my system. But, you know, they're not going to do that. So we'll stay close to the story to see how Dr. Ian Roberts' story will unfold. Actually, I had it right here. His starting pay was $270,000. He ended with $286,716. That was his pay. Yes, I think so. I think he will be deported, Stacey Ann. I think so too, Stacey Ann. He will definitely be deported. Nan says facts. Stacey Ann says he is an asset. I think he's an asset. As a matter of fact, with a brain like his and all the accomplishments that he has under his belt, they could really, really use him. You know, but hey, I think they'll do it for somebody else, if you know what I mean. But just he's in the wrong skin to win. That's how I'm gonna say it. Wrong skin to win. Keep him in the national interest? Absolutely. Oh, you don't think he's gonna be deported? I think he is gonna be deported. But think he is or think he isn't. That's the full update as to what's going on with him. And in a few days, he will know and we will know, because the media is all over it. So we will know and he will know what the outcome of this is going to be. All right. Nan says he could be an exception, but not with this administration. Exactly. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yeah, so they might deport it. And there's a cop, I think somewhere up north, was in a similar situation.
I covered that story.
And I mean, he's back to work on bail pretty much.
I covered that story, and I noticed how even our people never paid much attention to it.
Yeah.
You notice how the cop that you're talking about, right? He was white. And you notice how the Jamaican cop from Maine got caught up in the same situation, and you notice how the Jamaican cop got sent out of here quickly.
Yep.
You notice what happened to the Caucasian cop? He
was
released,
on
right?
paid leave while the situation was going on too. So
He is here illegally. He was on paid leave, even though they found out he was here illegally. They don't give us any more information about his case. He was released from custody, pending further investigation, and he was hired right back at the same precinct that he had been working at all along.
Yeah, it's just one of them stuff. But pick up yourself still.
All right, my brother, Mana's here.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, different strokes for different folks, friend. That's why I keep on telling us, no matter how long me stay here, me know this is my yard. Because one thing me know about Jamaica, I say, is certain things I don't have to worry about. And if it happens, I know it. I know why it happened, and it's definitely not because of situations like this here. You know what I'm saying? So no matter how good and comfortable you feel, yes, my friend, not ever feel so comfortable that you forget which part you come from. I watched that situation with the Jamaican police in Maine, and everybody, they were behind him too. The mayor and the town mayor actually stepped up for the Jamaican police guy and said he is an asset to us. He's an asset to us. All the other cops that work with him, they love him. The people in the city, they love him. He works so hard, you know, and he's like so efficient and whatever. She actually said, whatever we think we cannot do, he finds a way to get it done and shows us that we can do it. This is somebody we want to keep around. They were so endeared to him that when I took him where and didn't give them a location to where they were taking him to, They made a national stink about it. Like, you can't just come and grab him. This is one of our guys. You have to tell us where you're taking him to. And it's because of them pushing why his location was actually exposed as to where he would be, so his family can know where he's at. If you're a scumbag, they don't care about you like that. They're like, oh, them take him, go with him. We'll find somebody else. They also said that they would rehire him. Them still fire the youth. Them still deport the youth. Not only did they deport him, he's married, and his case was before the courts. And instead of them saying, okay, go back to your country and wait until your case is called forward, you know what they did to that Jamaican dude? We're going to release you to leave the country with no charges. However, you must withdraw your packet from immigration. Therefore, all that stuff in my wife fill out that try to get him legalized here, out the system. She's going to have to start all over again, like she just meet him and them just get married and whatever. You see the long backlog in the system? Yeah. Look at how they treated that other police officer now of a different persuasion, the one that was in the skin to win. Clearly showed that he came into the country and overstayed, never went back. He's been here many years past the day he was supposed to leave here, has no work authorization, and has been working as a cop for a long time now. He collects $100,000 and something salary as well. Immediately, his precinct said he's a valuable asset to us. If they release him, he'll be hired back. As a matter of fact, for the time that they have him in ICE custody, he is on paid leave. They friggin' released him. He went right back in his uniform, right back to work, pending further investigation into his status in the country. All right. So if we see all them something there and think, this is your yard, and you can actually fling stone back at you, I'm tired of telling y'all, we love it here. Yes, don't get it twisted. But we're always constantly reminded that at the blink of, we catch on people, eyelash. And if them blink, we gone, we drop off. You don't know that old saying there, not true? Catch on people, eyelash, as them blink, you drop off. Yeah. Blink, right in front of us. Right in front of us, they do it. And they don't care if you know or not. That says a lot to me. So we're going to keep an eye on Dr. Ian Roberts' case to see what happens, if he is actually deported or not. He's been locked up for quite some time now. He got locked up in September of last year. So you have September, October, November, December, where in January he's been locked up for the last 5 months. I'm absolutely sure he wants to get the hell up out of there too as soon as possible. Because lock up, I don't know, place where nobody want there. You know what I mean? All right. With that said, moving right along to another topic that is burning in my brain that I feel the need to expound upon a little bit, or at least send a message. Y'all remember when the election was brewing and the campaign trail was hot? I want my Jamaican, not Jamaican, I want my black men. I don't give a damn where you're from. I want my black men to pay attention to this piece of message right here. Okay? I don't care where you're from. You're black, you're a man, this one for you. A lot of you were super psyched up about who it is you're going to vote for. You were very much against a woman. And I couldn't see why you were over on that other side, because for me, if certain flags fly in certain places, I already know I don't go there. Like, for instance, I live in the South. So wherever I see a yellow "Don't Tread on Me" flag and I see a Confederate flag flying next to it, I usually go the opposite direction, right? Especially when I'm traveling into deep South. So I couldn't understand how you saw those flags in a certain group and thought that's where your best interest was. Okay. Now, ICE is out here doing their thing. I have no dog in this fight. This man say he wants to clean up America. Go right ahead, do your thing. You the man in charge. I'm just watching the show. Who are they grabbing now? You see, first they were grabbing the people who are jumping across the borders, and they were grabbing people of a certain persuasion, and y'all were good with it. Yeah, get them all out of here. You know what I'm saying? They come to America. They be trampling on African-American rights. We the ones that led the way for them. We want them up out of here too. They come here and take our jobs. Y'all join the line for that. And all the other black people who weren't even African-American. Now I see videos like these keep popping up every day. It's ICE jumping out on black people, right? Throwing you up against the wall, throwing you to the ground, digging in your pockets, demanding ID, and you over there screaming, but I'm legal, but I'm a citizen, but I was born here. Come on, man. They don't care.
Y'all know. They all know this ain't no targeted vehicle. Credit card, debit card, they got my ID. I just got out of jail because they caught me drinking and driving. I ain't drinking today. That's good. Shit, I don't like this. This got me too nervous. I don't know what the hell's going on. Bothering me? Just go. Chill out. Please, we do not need all that. Bro, listen. No, Illinois. And you see ain't no foreigners up in here. We ain't Mexican, African, none of that shit. I'm American. I know, so why would y'all just put me up when you see me?
Right.
What's going on?
And who is this? Who's this cowboy?
What's going on?
Y'all don't get back in your motherfucking car.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Let me pause it right there. They post this video and they put the caption is ICE stops black American couple with clearly black accent. Y'all see the problem? ICE stops black American couple with clearly black accent. If you notice what the guy just said to the agent.
African, none of that shit. I'm American. Illinois.
Listen.
And you see ain't no foreigners up in here. We ain't Mexican, African, none of that shit. I'm American. I know, so why would y'all put...
They looking in the car. He said, man, you see ain't no foreigners up in here. We not Mexican, African, none of that shit. My African-American brothers who you lend your support for this, and now that it's come full circle and it's your time, you were warned that this is what was going to happen, right? Right. So why do y'all think that y'all look different from anybody else? How many times do we have to explain to you that when they look at all of us, they can't tell who is who? That's why you're being pulled over, man. You could be African. You look just like the Africans that come from Africa that live here. You could be an illegal Jamaican. You could be illegal from Trinidad, Tobago. You could be illegal from any other Caribbean island. You could be illegal from anywhere else. They can't tell us apart. Y'all keep thinking y'all can look at one person and be like, nah, he Jamaican and he probably illegal. Oh, nah, he American. How is it supposed to look? What are you supposed to look like? Not everybody don't walk around with a damn flag on their forehead. And guess what? If I'm walking around with a flag on my forehead right now, I'm a citizen. I'm a citizen of the United States of America, right? So I'm not one of the people they're going to drag. Well, they will drag me, but I'm not one of the people that I will be deported because I'm out of status. It's crazy that y'all still think that way, that we are so different. Man, you looking up in here, man, and y'all know that too. That's what he said to the officer, and y'all know that too. How are they supposed to know that? Black people, no disrespect to the Chinese people, but you ever went into a convention area, auditorium, a big gathering anywhere there's like hundreds of Chinese people. Did you see how hard it was for you to pick out the one Chinese person that you went there to go see? It's the same damn way that it's hard for them to pick out us when we're here. They don't know who is who. So essentially then what my American brothers have done is you've invited this on yourself. So now I see you getting thrown up against stuff. I see you getting handcuffed and dragged into vehicles. I see you standing on the side of the road cursing these people out, talking about, y'all, I was born here. I was born here. Why y'all doing this, man? Why y'all doing this to me? Because they can't tell that you're not African. Because you look every bit like Mutombo. You look every bit like Mutombo. Y'all thought this was going to be about the others and not you, right? But what I was trying to tell y'all the whole time throughout the election process was they're not going to be able to tell. And you're going to get dragged too. They're getting dragged now. There's another video on here that I just showed wifey. I can't find it right now because I keep all these lots and lots and lots of videos. I save them and we never end up discussing these topics. So it's lost in here. But there's another one. He's just walking down the road. The dude is just walking down the road. Out of nowhere. Tinted vehicle pulls up. The driver, Caucasian man, says to him, "What's up, bro?" Clearly you could tell it's them, right? It's the Ice Jump Out boys. He said, "What's up, bro?" The brother, the black guy, immediately starts recording with his phone. And he was like, "What's up?" As he's walking backwards. There's people outside sitting on their stoop, on their front porch. And they're like, "Yo, you all right? What they trying to do?" And he like, "I don't know what they're trying to do. That's why I'm backing up." And you heard one of them from the vehicle said, "Don't run, man. Don't run." As soon as they said that, he had to take off running because they came running towards him. And he's running while videoing saying, "I was born here. I was born right here on this block. I don't know why you running after me." That's what you invited on yourself. Because you see, no matter if you were born here or not, you're still going to go through the abusive part of getting flung down to the ground, of getting thrown in the back of a vehicle, of can't leave your house without proper identification, and they might not believe you because people can make up fake IDs. So they're going to feel the need to go the extra mile with you by taking your black ass all the way to wherever their location is at so they can run all your paperwork to make sure that you're not one of the illegals or the Africans or the Jamaicans who has an illegal ID on him. Are you really who you say you are? Everybody is screaming, "I was born here." Everybody is screaming, "Please let me go, man. I'm a citizen, man." You think they're going to believe every black person every time we say, "I'm a citizen, yo, I was born here, man. Let me go, man." The movie is over. Pussy G, the series is playing. It's playing out right now. It's playing out right now. What's done already can't be undone, but the lesson to be learned here is voting is a very important process. And you see what the results are. You see what the results are. So I hope they learn this time around. But from what I'm seeing, it doesn't look like they're going to learn much because they are still convinced that they are so different and will not be affected until it falls on top of them. Okay, why you pulling us over? He asking the police, he asking the ICE agent, "Why you pulling us over? Like, we look American. I'm talking to you with a black American accent, man. You really think that's going to save you?" I said, damn, brother man really think that was going to save him. I saw another brother last night trying to tell them that he's trying to leave, and they shot tear gas into his car. They had to come take his kids and bring his babies to the hospital. The youngest baby in there was 6 months old, strapped in a chair. And they had to bring the baby to the hospital. And he's outside talking to a journalist, and he's like, brother with dreadlocks. Y'all might have seen the video. And he outside saying, man, listen, I don't like this. And I'm like, look at y'all. Look what you're going through. You really thought it wasn't going to reach you. You really thought it wasn't going to reach you. It's reaching you. It's reaching you. One more thing I'm going to say, and then I'm going to change the topic. The other day, I got on a site because I saw a video of one of these happening, and I said the same thing I'm saying to my audience right now. I said, your turn has come. That's it. Your turn has come, and I told you it was coming. You'd be surprised to see how many people started cussing me out. But my back's broad. I'm good. I don't care about words on the internet. Your turn has come, and I told you it was coming. And now I'm watching you go through it. And they mad as hell. They had this man, they had him by one leg and half of his body, the other leg dangling, and they trying to ram him, like push him into the back seat of one of their cars, right? And he's fighting. You ever try to give a cat a bath? And the cat are like a fight for going on. He was fighting, like trying not to go in the car, and they're pushing him to get in the car, and he's screaming out the whole time, "Get off me! I'm American! I'm American!" And I said, "Your time is come. It's now. It's here." So many people in that comment section. Oh, because SouFLo, what are you trying to say? Because not all of us African Americans co-signed that BS. And I never said all of you. I never said all of you, because obviously it wasn't all of you, right? But for the ones who do, I remember the process to how we got here. It was a lot of you. It was way a lot of you. Matter of fact, I could say it was more of you than the ones who I saw who were willing to vote the other way. More black men, when the process was happening, was on the other side than those who were willing to vote the way I was trying to show them, like, yo, we got to go this way. Because if we go that way, it's just about to get really bad. It was like one or two of you coming with me. It was most of the women that were coming this way. Most of the men were going that way. And in closing this argument, I'm going to say, you know, watching you make that decision, it really brought something different home to me. It's kind of like looking at Africa and being like, damn, Africa is weak as shit. If you compare the continent of Africa to the powers that like the US holds, the entire continent of Africa can't get their shit together and be strong enough to stand up against anybody. They're weak as shit. And then I look at the black man in the Western world and I'm like, you stood there and made decisions that will compromise your safety, anybody that looks like you, and your children safety. They grabbing your damn kids off the streets now, thinking they going home to an illegal family. And you can't even protect your damn family just by voting. You can't even protect your people by voting. You weak as shit. That's what I was thinking. Watching it happen now, boy, I'm like, yep. Knew that was coming. See that? It's happening. So, yo, the message that I'm going to send with this, with everybody else that's here, because even though you didn't vote for it and you didn't get what you wanted to get, now you in the middle of everything, and you're still going to have to go through it. Make sure you walk with all your proper paperwork. Okay? I'm talking about if you are a citizen, a naturalized citizen, have somewhere around a copy of your naturalization certificate. Don't just count on your driver's license, because I've seen them grab people and they're like, I have my driver's license on me. And he's like, that's not what I'm asking you for right now. They want to take you down to wherever the hell their station is for the day to go process you through that system there. So you are going to be apprehended. You're going to be handcuffed, arrested, kidnapped, taken away. So make sure you have your proper documents on you. This is where we sit. And for the rest of you, make sure you have whatever else documents that are necessary on you. Gone are the days when you walk outside in the United States of America, you're like, I'm just going to the grocery store. I don't need all that, and don't do it. They actually told us not too long ago, and I said it here before, it's a misdemeanor, but it's a crime now to actually be outside without any form of ID. Some people say, that's always been the law. They just weren't enforcing it. But this government, they enforce everything. That's why I love them. Okay, keep on loving them. Just don't get your ass outside without that ID. The proper papers that's needed. Right? Apply for a carry passport card if you are just applying for a passport card free. Try to tell them, man. Try to tell them. And again, my disclaimer, I have no dog in this fight. I'm not telling nobody to go out there, go put up no big resistance, nothing. Let them do what they got to do. This is their country. I'm watching everything unfold. My whole big old fight scene is done. It's done. I did my work when it was time to do work during the election period. Y'all chose what you wanted. People was over here asking you, are you sure this is what you want? Now you out here crying, this ain't what I want, but it's too late. So take your medicine. Take your medicine, because that's how it goes. We talked about it over here. We knew that what was going to happen. We already said ahead. I'm not saying nothing new I haven't said. I'm going to get my popcorn. I'm going to get my juice. I'm going to sit in my chair, and I'm going to watch this series unfold, episode by episode by episode. That's where we at. It's crazy as shit to see who's getting draped up and dragged and thrown in the back of cars and running because they don't want to be caught. You running while yelling, I'm a citizen, leave me alone, I was born here. How did it come to this? Cause you. Oh man, be careful what you ask for. And, I'm not even going to say anymore. Just for the rest of y'all, please remember, I'm going to do a video this weekend. Look out for that video. Actually, I don't even have to tell you to look out for the video. The video is going to be that deep. I can't even do it on this show because it requires certain props. But I'll do the video this weekend and then you'll see. I'm going to show you how we co-sign things and then later regret what we co-sign. And you, for those of you who are here who are Jamaican, you can apply this co-signing things and then regret later. You can apply this to kill more of them, officer. Kill more of them, officer. And not demanding that your police officers who kill civilians actually show proof that that kill was required. Keep co-signing shit that's not up your alley or best in your best interest. It's all good when it's being done to somebody else. You'll co-sign it because you like it. Wait until they're done with the somebody else's because it ain't enough of them left and start coming for you. Then you don't like it no more. Be careful. Be careful. Yep, you're absolutely right. What'd you say? Why run and explaining? They're running and explaining at the same time. The thing is, I know why they run. Anybody would be scared. If you're driving or walking down the street and people jump out of a vehicle, 4 men jump out of a vehicle on you, face fully masked up, we're not trained to think that these are legal professional law enforcement officials working legally. We're trained to think that we're friggin' being kidnapped or robbed. So of course people are gonna run. You don't just give yourself over, right? And next thing you know, you are never seen again. And these people have the power to say, we never touched them. We don't know what you're talking about. We saw the person that day. We approached them. We asked them for ID. Matter of fact, we didn't even ask them for ID. It wasn't us. You laid up somewhere with your organs being friggin' trafficked. That's why people run. There's a lot of stuff going on right now that's scary as hell. That's scary as hell. SouFLo, have you made it to where citizens carry other documents? The next ID is birth certificate. At SouFLo, so have they made it to where all citizens must carry other documents? Birth certificate ID. The next ID is birth certificate. There's a video update that we did recently where it said your birth certificate was not going to be enough. It actually said your birth certificate was not going to be enough. I don't want to revisit that because I don't want to put out misinformation, but it's on one of our videos that we did recently. I would say go back about 10 videos and you will probably find it. It was that recent. It was that recent. But people are scared. That's why they run. I'm not used to nobody, 4 men jumping out of a car on me. Friggin' they armed to the T. I can't see their faces. Listen, I'm from Florida, right? We got jack boys here. That's how jack boys move. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Oh man, your phone is not clear at all.
Oh, I'm sorry. You hear much better?
Now, if you have us on a speaker or Bluetooth, you're gonna have to take us off of it.
You hear me much better?
Yes.
Okay. I just have a question for you, right?
Yes.
I've been calling you for over a month, and I can't get you. I call you on WhatsApp and I call you on regular. I wonder if it's the right number I'm calling when I'm calling.
You've been calling me for over a month?
Yes.
At this time of the morning?
No.
Oh, you called me during the day?
Yes, during the day and in the night.
Oh no. If you call me during the night, man, I'm definitely not answering because I have a family.
Yeah, I know. So,
yeah.
Because I understand when you don't answer, so that's why I leave you a message. I leave you a WhatsApp message. I leave you a regular message. As a matter of fact, when I call regular.
Okay, listen. What is it about? Is it something you can air?
No, I can't.
Okay. I'll pay attention to this number and I'll check the message and see what your conversation is about. Okay?
Okay, so I just leave my message and give you an idea, but I'm gonna leave you a message again. So you will have a clear understanding, all right?
All right, brother.
All right, thank you.
All right. Yeah. People be calling me all kinds of hours. You know, they call me morning, noon, and night, multiple times a day. I majority of the times when I answer my phone, yo, SouFLo, what? And I'm like, what? What going, fam? Everything good? And they're like, yeah, man, me just a call for big you up still, you know? SouFLo, remember one time you did do a video about 2-3 years ago? That's what most of the calls are about. So after a while, after telling people all the time, my phone is a business phone. So if you're gonna call, if it's about a story that you have information on, or a story you want me to cover, or there's something that you feel that I need to, or if it's somebody who's reaching out like they need to use my platform or something like that, then I'm fine with all that. But y'all can't be calling me at 10 o'clock at night, man, talking about, yo, SouFLo, well, I'm busy. I'm busy. All right. Yeah. My wifey said yesterday, babe, where's that? She said, me feel sorry for you. Me not lie. Cause the way them call your phone. Now my phone don't stop ringing. But if you're calling me about business, then we could get to the business. You know what I mean? I'm not rejecting business calls. And because of so many people calling when it's not about business, I think I'm starting to miss those who are about business. Them are calling to say good night. Yo, what's that girl? They're calling to say good night. Yeah, Roddy's daughter. Answer that phone after certain hours. Like, I'm not trying to like put my kids down. You know, my kids gotta wake up early in the morning, go to school. I gotta wake up, get started with my day early in the morning. My wake up time is 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm up. So me can't end up on phone. I can't with nobody at 10 o'clock at night when me have to wake up back 3 o'clock. But big up to everybody still. And my thing about me is I don't want nobody feel bad. I don't want people to feel bad or feel like, damn, I'm so inconsiderate. So I like stretch myself and overextend myself, you know. And every time, I swear to you, every time I answer the phone, this is what I end up looking like. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sometimes I'm like this to wifey, I'm like, uh-huh. Yeah, man, yeah. And me I say, all right, brother, wrap it up for me now, cause you know me I have to go right now. Me in the line to pick up my kids them from school. All right, brother, one more thing. One more thing. The one more thing never ends. It's like them forget to me say me can't talk right now. I answer my phone like this, I say, yo, I'm busy right now, but I can give you 5 minutes. So I go on. That means I cram everything where you have to say in the 5 minutes, don't it? Cram everything where you have to say in the 5 minutes. 20 minutes later, uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh God, man. Anyway, when that girl said, yeah, be careful of that one. One more thing. One more. One more. Anyway, moving right along. I think it's good to jump right into this one right here. Caribbean countries are agreeing to take deportees from US, but say, please do not send us any Haitians. There's an attorney here who I follow because, you know, if you're going to get your information, to spread information to a platform with a lot of people on it, I would suggest that you go follow somebody who is credible. This is her field of expertise. I've followed Matt Bean law for quite a number of years now. And sometimes I don't even cover certain topics because I feel like it's beyond me to cover those topics. Like it needs a professional to do it, right? Taking this from her yesterday, slide by her thing yesterday and heard her say this. She was discussing with her husband. She said,
I'm sharing it with my husband as well. There are certain Caribbean countries that have agreed to take people, deportees from the United States who the U.S. cannot deport. Okay, they've agreed we're going to take them, and we could take them, and they can apply for asylum here. Okay, so you have countries like, which is strange, like Antigua. You have St. Kitts, and some others. I'll give you guys the list in this video. But guess how St. Kitts has structured their agreement? They said, okay, we'll take folks back. And of course, these countries, of course, they're not looking for dangerous, what they quote, dangerous, violent people. They'll take folks from the US, except Haitians. Except Haitians. Can you believe that? Wow. Can you believe that? Yeah. That's not right. That's awful, right? He's speechless.
this is Matt Bean immigration law. That's MCBEAN Immigration Law, and you can follow her on Instagram. Right, I've followed her for years now. She's also on YouTube, but Matt Bean Immigration Law. And for those of you who are looking for expert advice concerning immigration events, that's a good attorney to reach out to. As you can see, she is a sister. So, St. Kitts, remember I told you all that these Caribbean islands don't have a choice. Like, America is putting her foot down right now. Well, his foot down right now, because it's Donald Trump that's in charge, right? Oh, you don't want to fix your citizenship by investment program? They say, hey, Antigua and Barbuda, what's up? We checked your investment program. It allows people to come through your back door into our yard that we don't want here. We're going to need you to fix line 1, 2, and 3, and then section A and B. Need you to structure it like this. Antigua and Barbuda, we laugh like a Caribbean girl and say, we're not fixing nothing. Them say, okay, we ain't arguing with you. You on the list. We on what list? Oh, you on the list where your citizens going to have to pay $15,000 just to apply for a visa. Any kind of visa. Oh, whoa, why are you doing us like that? Oh, we didn't come to play with you. Okay, we'll fix it. We'll fix it. Okay, you'll fix it? Yeah, you'll fix it, but you'll also sign this paperwork right here that says you'll take refugees from us too. Damn! All that just for saying that we weren't going to, like, fix the thing? Not playing. They have little bit of wiggle room to where they could get something in there for themselves. So it's more like, okay, big bad America, I'm sorry. Listen, I beg of you, just one thing. We'll take the people. We'll take the people. We don't want the sanctions. We'll take the people. Just please don't give us any hardened criminals. You know, we don't want the person with an extended, like the child predator and rapist free from prison after 20 years type. We don't want those. They say, all right, cool. Jump to St. Kitts and Nevis. They said, we'll sign it. We'll take the people. We just don't want no Haitians. Don't send us no Haitians. I said, goddamn. You don't want no Haitians. A lot of small islands have already received a lot of Haitians over the years, so not sure if they feel overpopulated like the Bahamas. Bahamas is not far from Haiti. We're all Caribbean islands. So if anything, I would look at it as citizens of the Caribbean hopping from one Caribbean island to another Caribbean island. People don't like when I tell the truth, but it's deeper than being overpopulated by Haitians. There's a discourse there that I see Jamaicans do it too. A group of Cubans came into Jamaica and we were wondering what the hell happened to them because we never heard that they went back, right? They said they were being held for processing. I said, okay. In the meantime, Haitians kept coming up. A group of 22 Haitians washed up this morning in Portland on the beach. It's Friday, January 16th. January 17th, Saturday, group of 26 Haitians were repatriated back to Haiti. Like 24-hour or less turnaround for them every time they come. You have advocates who are saying, damn, you're not even giving them due process, like you're not even processing them through to see, you know. Nope, send their ass back to Haiti. We did process them through. So how come you kept the Cubans for so long? Remember we had this discussion and then I heard Jamaican women start off like this. Oh, me like the tall red one with the curly hair. Send him come on my yard. Me take care of him good. The group of Cuban men. The next one, me hear them say, them don't look like the Haitian them. Them man they look good. The next one, me hear them say, these people are highly educated and they're coming here to build Jamaica up. So I answered that particular comment and I said, so how you know the Haitians are not highly educated, the ones that come here? Them start argue. Because in Cuba, SouFLo, it's standard that everybody becomes something. So most of them are skilled workers and doctors and lawyers and this and that. So when they end up in your country, they're just going to build it up and increase the value of. But when the Haitian them come, them don't have no education. Most of them are criminal. And them are come with that voodoo something there. We don't want to cross it something there on the island. Come frig up Jamaica more. So wow. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo.
Good morning, family. How you doing?
I'm good. I didn't plan to call you this morning, but when you started talking about what Trump is doing to the Caribbean islands, I just said, let me put in my 2 cents. And when the attorney called to talk about the Caribbean island, St Kitts saying that they don't want Haitian, I laugh because I remember you talking about Jamaica sending back a boatload of Haitian without giving them a chance
without due process.
Right, without due process.
Yeah.
And Haiti is a black country, just like Jamaica and most of the other Caribbean islands. Haiti is one of the leaders in helping us, teaching us how to fight for independence. Okay? Right. But the point I want to make is that once each Caribbean island talk with the United States, United States has already won its diplomacy with them. Why? Because they're trying to bargain individually. But if they bargain as a unit, United States can't do that to them.
You're saying
okay?
if they bargain as CARICOM?
As CARICOM or OECS, Organization of East Caribbean States. Okay?
I don't think that's working. I don't think that's going to work.
It could work. It could work, but you got to be smart. Okay. Listen, if you have more than one head in a organization, in a group, they can put their head together and come up with ideas how they don't have to take those people. For instance, I'm going to give you an example. Say North Dakota.
Hold on. Hold on. Don't get long-winded. I don't want you.
I'm just going to say this point. Yeah. North Dakota have 3 million people, but no Caribbean country is even half as large as North Dakota. Why the United States can't build a compound in one of those states and put all the people for asylum there until they're ready for them? Why do we in the Caribbean that can't afford to take care of them, no matter how much money?
Okay, see.
For instance, St Kitts only got 64,000 people. If you send 10,000 people to St Kitts, it kills the population of St Kitts.
You're asking questions. You're asking questions.
And other islands. I'm not asking. Well, that's a fact.
You're asking questions, okay? Right? While you're talking, you are asking questions. These questions I can answer in 1 sentence. That's why I was telling you, don't get long-winded.
Okay, I'm done with what I have to say.
All right, so you're done with what you have to say?
Yes.
All right, keep listening. All right? Keep listening. I'm going to address it right now. Keep listening.
All right.
So that brother obviously forgot or missed when we discussed this earlier during the week, right? CARICOM, unite all Caribbean islands. Are all Caribbean islands united as strong as the United States of America? What is it that the all Caribbean islands have that the United States of America needs so badly from them? And if the and what kind of backative does the Caribbean have that they can, if the United States of America push with force, they can stand up to that force? The answer is simple. I don't give a damn how many countries from the Caribbean you put in one group. You can call them onion bag. You can call them CARICOM. You can call them the Caribbean dancers. You can call them the gangsters of the Caribbean. You can call them big bad and mighty. As soon as America steps in that circle right there, whether it's one country or it's a whole of them together, them still weak. They are still weak. That's why. They are still weak. And I know it sounds like, oh, SouFLo sound like him is a sellout and like him not supposed to say. I don't give a damn what you want to say. I'm a realistic person. We don't have nothing in the Caribbean if we unite all Caribbean islands that we can use to stand up to the United States of America. Nothing. If Donald Trump loses shit this morning and he said he going into Jamaica and taking out Andrew Holness tomorrow, what does Jamaica have that can stop them? What does Jamaica have that can stop them? If he says tomorrow I'm going into Barbados and I'm taking out their leader. Matter of fact, we come into Barbados and we're looking for Motley, what her name is. What them can do to stop him? What you gonna do? Call the other Caribbean islands and say what? Come Trinidad, come back me up. Come St Kitts and Nevis, come back me up. Come Antigua and Barbuda, come back me up. Back you up with what? It's just that we're not that powerful. That's it. We're in a region where we are not the most powerful there. That's all. We are right in the backyard of the big bad mighty United States of America. They've had a longer time of getting at this. They are financially way up the ladder than us. They have invested over time in things that kill people fast. If you want to strip it down to baby talk, we don't have to go into weapons of mass destruction and all that. You know what I mean? We're not a threat. By that means, if it comes to using force and they use force, we become obsolete. We like talking tough, but talking tough never wins. And I don't like to be in a group that talk tough and then can't do nothing. You ever see that guy that talk really loud and make everybody feel like a bad man, you know? I'm a bad man cousin, you know? If my cousin, you see, my cousin Roger, you see when Roger around here, cause Roger one of them people that will come around and screw up in face, any pussy test this, hey boy. You see like a quiet youth in the corner that's actually really trained to fight. When him headbutt Roger and broke Roger nose, and Roger run down ball about him broke nose, watch everybody else get scared. I don't want to be in no damn group where all we talk about is Caribbean pride. Yeah, we are a proud people, but we have to understand so we're not big and strong. Like, what? There should be nothing wrong with me saying that. We're a proud people from the Caribbean, but we can't go around being delusional. We beat anybody, you know. Nobody can test we. Stop lying. The US is right there, and every time them test you, you can't pass the test. Every time them test you can't pass the test. So no, it's not about sellout. It's about what's happening, and we have to get in where we fit in, basically. Looks like you trying to unite the entire world against the US and also provoke rebellion and instability within. I don't think US can win. A lot has changed in tech since WW2, World War II. UK tuned in. Who is UK tuned in having that conversation with? Oh, looks like they're trying to unite the entire world against the US. Who is they? I missed that conversation. I don't know where that conversation is coming from. Yeah, my point was getting off course a little bit, but we're not that strong. No matter how united the Caribbean is, it's not that strong. So back to what I was talking about before. Caribbean countries are agreeing to take immigrants from the United States of America. Now, I was thinking that this was people who, they came to the U.S., they filed for asylum. The U.S. has a backed up list of people who they have to go through in order to get to you, so they don't want you waiting here. So they tell you, go stay in Antigua or go stay in one of the Caribbean countries on the list until your case get called up. But I'm learning from MacBean Law that they're actually talking about sending people who they cannot deport back to their country of birth. So these are people who America, the United States of America, already wants to throw out, which changes the whole narrative of the conversation of these people who they want us to take in the Caribbean. Because America don't plan on taking them back. That's your citizens permanently. Yeah, I was thinking it was a temporary stay. And they'll be there being like, oh, I'm just here waiting until my paperwork go through in America and my asylum case is approved, then I'll be up out of here. And it's not. It's people who them don't want no more that they are deporting, but them own country now take them back. So they're going to send them to you and you're signing papers. These Caribbean nations are signing the paperwork saying we'll take them. They signed the paper under stress and duress. They signed the papers under stress and duress, but they're going to take the people them. Who you know that America wants to deport, that their countries, their nations are not taking them back. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo.
Morning, family. How you doing?
Not bad, thank you.
All right, talk to me now.
Well, what I have to say is, you know, like when you're in a car and a man have a knife or a gun at your throat, and you're helpless and you can't help yourself. That is how it feels. But one of the things is that some of these countries cannot look after some of these people. Most of these Caribbean countries have their own struggles. I'm not saying anything against you or the president over there. I'm just saying that.
But here's the thing.
Lots of these people have their own struggles.
Right. But the thing about that is this. I saw, I believe it was not St Kitts, Barbados, I think it was Barbados, that said they haven't been approached yet, but everybody else is getting approached. So it's just a matter of time before they get approached as well. And they don't want to be left out. So I made a joke about it. And I said, this is one time where I would have been like, God, please make them skip me. Please leave me out. But now I'm figuring out the reason why they don't want to be left out is they're not just sending these people from America to these places in the Caribbean. They are getting a set of money to take these people in. Whether they use the money.
So feel they're getting money.
Not feel, I know they're getting money. So whether they use the money to help these people to transition into their country and their culture, or they just take the money for their own pocket and just leave the people them to be, that's going to be something else to be discussed at a later time. But money is being paid, and they don't want to be left out of the money.
Barbados too. I wonder if they can send me over there, although I'm in America. I want to go Barbados.
You want the free trip?
No one got Barbados, of course.
Well, you know, I'm sure they are aware that all these other countries. Remember, I know we them called third world countries, so they are aware of all the problems that we have in the developing third world countries. Nothing new to them, you know.
But no one got Barbados, because maybe
so
we can't take the heat sometimes. We can't take the heat in Jamaica. The heat, the hot weather, because of certain conditions. So no one got Barbados, just say one little cool place the rest of me stay.
Then go on, no? Nobody who stop you.
SouFlo, send me go there now. Give me some money, let me go there.
Me can't do that for you, because I'll be no reach Barbados yet.
All right, take it easy.
All right,
later. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Thank you. Yeah.
Can anyone answer why countries won't take back their own people? Because they're trying to stand up to the US. Some countries have said, we're not taking back people who have been in the US for a certain amount of time. We're not taking back people who they left our country at 6 years old. You're trying to deport them back here, and they're 35 and 45. They don't know here. We don't know them. That's your citizen. You raised that criminal. He became criminal on your clock. Don't wait till now he's done went through your prison system. He done got messed up in the head in your prison system. Now you want to come unleash him on us. No rehabilitation or anything. These are some of the reasons why some countries are not taking their citizens back. Okay? And the US is like, everybody should take their people back. As long as you weren't born here, we should be able to send you back. So they have a discourse going on. So a point to prove. Right? The grass is always greener. Barbados nice, but down the hot. Yeah, Jamaica hot. I feel like the Barbados cool. The ice in Barbados is colder. I want Caribbean. I think we all have the same weather. How this started out though was about the Haitians, right? So my thing is this. What the point I was trying to make is this. There's this thing that's a ripple effect throughout the entire Caribbean, where it seems like all the other Caribbean islands have something against Haiti and Haitians. And it has a lot to do with conditioning. Remember, for those of you who are 80s babies, right? Remember when we did grow up? Remember when we did with TV, did have 1 channel and 2 channel? I remember when we used to see the commercial, them come in with the pastor who say over Ethiopia in there, and the children had all these flies on their faces, and they look so emaciated. And he's like, we're over here with little John Brown, and little John Brown, we've rescued him. He has been suffering really bad. And they're like, if you can donate $10, just $10 in the name of Jesus, we will help little John Brown to get food for the next month. He hasn't had much to eat in days. And we used to grow up thinking, that's how the whole Ethiopia look. Them not have no food. And them have flyer walk on them face. And all of them look like them weigh 20 pounds. That's the same thing that happened in the Caribbean when it came to Haitians. All the other Caribbean islands, I think, were indoctrinated. I don't know who doctrine, but were indoctrinated under like Haitians are the worst. Haitians this, Haitians that. Haitians. So we grew up feeling like, yeah, I'll be honest with you. It wasn't until me really turned big man when me really sit down. I said, but Haiti away, sister island, Haiti right next door. Because when I speak of Haiti, I used to think Haiti was like so far away. Haiti is 90 miles off the coast of Jamaica. That's why them have certain things where go on, there's a man jump in a speedboat and fly carry the coke go so, and fly carry the gun them go so, fly carry the meat there go so, fly come back with the something them there so, people gone there so come back. Because it's like right there. We're right next door to each other actually. But the way how they had us growing up thinking, some of the worst place them are upon the face of the earth. So I think we have this thing about them And that's what trickles down now into, yeah, we'll sign the deal with America and we'll take refugees, just don't send us no Haitians. It's crazy to say don't send us no Haitians when they're right next door to you. Roddy's daughter said, yes, SouFLo, that was a distraction from us knowing how rich the African countries are while they were stealing all the resources. You know, and not even said them did that steal the resources, is that they were building roots there. Because go look right now and see who is in top positions on the continent. It's them people there whose family came there in the 70s and 80s. Right in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, when they were washing our minds to think that's the worst place on earth. I would never go there. They were making sure that they were going there. They were making sure that they were going there. They were making sure that they were investing there, thieving there, building there. Same thing them do with mind when it comes to Haiti. So, you know, I'm not surprised to see this, but I will say this out loud though. Shame on you, St Kitts and Nevis. Shame on you. If you can take all the other things that the US is going to throw to you, you could take them Haitians too. Shame on you. Yeah, back in the day, Ethiopia, Somalia, Sudan, all of them. Fly walk on them face. Them look like them both are dead. Junk cross circle around them. All that was done on purpose. Yesterday, our Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, said that U.S. immigration visa freeze shows the importance. U.S. immigration visa freeze shows the importance of building Jamaica. You know, Andrew jump up and said, like, them freeze the visa processing. You can't run for no visa now. You see? That's why it's important for you to stay here and build up your place. And the first thing I left a comment that said, but are people like you that make people like in Jamaica fair run to other countries? Of course, here goes one Jamaican. SouFLo, when you left Jamaica, what year was it? Because I'm sure Sir Andrew wasn't in power. Okay, so for the people them who don't get it, right? Why I would say it's people like him. Because he has continued the same thing traditionally that all the others used to do. I'm not the first person to leave Jamaica. Matter of fact, I left Jamaica as a child. I didn't have control if I left or not. Parents said, come on, let's go. Me not have no choice. I went on that, right? So, but before I left, there were many people leaving before that under other governments. My point was, the Jamaican government has been, JLP or PNP, meant Jamaica no good to the point where we have been able to build prosperity and opportunity at a level where majority of our citizens want to stay. That is why today you have more Jamaicans outside of Jamaica than inside of Jamaica. Right? Jamaica Prime Minister Andrew Holness stated that the U.S. immigration visa freeze impacting Jamaica underscores the need to invest in and develop Jamaica to create opportunities so that the citizens want to stay rather than immigrate, viewing the policy as a signal to double down on improving Jamaica and make it a desirable, livable nation with sufficient job prospects. You can't be the same person who is saying this and then on your watch you gave yourself and your entire administration and the next people them 300% raise, and then the nurse them a ball out and school teacher a ball out for like a bit of better pay. I saw one school teacher that said she's been teaching for like 15, 17 years now. And all now she not buy one car for herself at a public transportation. She still take. And she have an eviction notice on her property right now. All she want to do is pay her bills on time. And we just spoke about America and other countries, or the United States of America and other countries, Canada, the UK, out here giving out $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 signing bonus. And I tell we people them from these same professions to come on down. And you as Prime Minister that they are talking about, you see, now America frees their visa processing. That means we're supposed to buckle down and get the place right. You've been in power for 10 years. You've been in power for 10 years. And under your leadership, a lot of Jamaicans left. A lot of professionals left. You've been in leadership for 10 years and never came up with nothing good to keep anybody there. Better than what was there before. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to hear him say that, but he is one of the people who, cause him just carry on the same old, same old. He didn't change anything. He didn't break any new ground. Mervyn says, anybody who hates a job have to take responsibility of the current state. Can't blame the predecessor. Some of us were mediocre bad. What did this person here say? Elaine Turner said, oh, correct me if I'm wrong. Aren't they trying to ban using iridium in technology? Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, y'all talking about something else. Context of U.S. policy. So the U.S. suspended the immigrant visa processing for 75 countries, and they added Jamaica to the list yesterday. So now, basically, you can't get that immigrant visa because they're not processing them anymore, right? The Prime Minister of Jamaica reaction, he sees this as an opportunity for Jamaica to focus inward and to build its economy and to retain talent. Last year was the first year that our murder rate went down under 1,000. Many Jamaicans over the years that have been right here for the last decade have said, no, sir, me not go to Jamaica go open up no business, make them kill me. If that's the first thing you think about, right, why you won't do it, you can't argue with somebody who wants to save their own life. When you go back and you open up a business, all the fight that you have to go through because you're not one of them foreigner there. You're not the Chinese people them coming off the mainland China. So your government don't give you the same incentives they give them to open up these tax-free incentives to open up their business on the island. You know, y'all not doing that, Mr. Holness. Y'all are not doing that for regular Jamaicans. Y'all do for foreigners and encourage foreigners to invest more in Jamaica than you encourage the average Jamaican to build and invest at home. I've seen a lot of Jamaicans come over to the US and boom, 2 tools. Them start a business, next 2 tools. Business is booming, successful. And you have to look and wonder, damn, could they have not done that in Jamaica? You don't have to go far, man. Just take a look throughout the Miami area. For those of you who are from Florida, go into the Orlando area. If you don't take my word for it. Go into the Orlando area, go into the Miami area, go into the Fort Lauderdale area, go into all these areas. You will find countless Jamaicans who are here success. You can't hype on nobody here because people there with them good business and make whole heap of money, them just not talk. Them not feel the need for brag because this is America. The more you have, somebody have way more than you. It don't make no sense you brag, right? But I'm trying to say, All these successful Jamaicans here, having all these successful businesses. Then y'all try to tell me, say, that they weren't ambitious when they were in Jamaica, but them come out America and get ambitious. No, they were always ambitious. They were full of ambition and had no way out. So we have to run go foreign. And when we run go foreign, we were full of ambition and we met opportunity. Because opportunities were there. You understand? So, Mr. Holness, I understand what y'all talk about. Yeah, them freeze the visa processing. Now is the time for us to look inward and build up our own economy and all this. I know you're smarter than that. And I know that is just politics talk. And it sounds good coming from you. But y'all are going to need to do way more. A lady said yesterday, right after my comment, she said, SouFLo, don't you notice how they treat even tourists? Way better than them treat them regular Jamaican people. I remember saying, Jamaican people, I'm going to take care of the tourists when the tourists coming up. Our leaders don't treat our people like them valuable. So, of course, the people are going to run away. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yes. That's what you're talking about. I knew a couple. They have the good of money. They built a supermarket. No, before they built the supermarket, they rented and, it was going good for them. So they bought a piece of land in the town, built up a massive supermarket. Big. And you know what they had to do? Rent it out to Chinese people. I knew the lady personally. I said,
this was in Jamaica, right?
Where else? In my town. Because I usually sell her Amway products. I know her. So, we'll have that one-on-one conversation. SouFLo, I said to her, I mean, the business is doing good. Why do you rent out your business? She said, tax are killer. Taxes, the amount of taxes what she have to pay. And the amount of bureaucracy what she have to go through.
And they give these Chinese people tax-free incentives.
Exactly.
Right.
So guess what happened? The lady said, look, they don't have the problem what she was having as her own in her country and trying to invest.
Right.
So you talking about people must build back in Jamaica? First, me want you give this a message here. Me want to tell you, say, Prime Minister, you build back in Jamaica, take your money then from all of the offshores, bank them where you have the investing now, and put it back in Jamaica. So we know, say they want things for your money. So everybody else would want to follow you. So lead by example. That is all I have to say about that.
All right.
Before me going on, me didn't want to say about the Haitians, everybody don't want to not take them. But where are they going to go? So we're going to say, ship them back to Africa?
No, they're going to force them to stay in Haiti.
Shame on us as a set of black people. Sometimes we see ourselves not crawling out of this barrel because we are the largest continent on the world, but yet still we're the weakest. Now you remember the story that you said when they're looking at world dominance and the Chinaman must say, black people go sit down, we don't even see you at the table, not even to eat crumbs.
Right.
So no, they don't see us at the table. While we see ourselves up there and we that drag down one another and not even see ourselves of loving each other to see if we can even enter to go to that door to enter the table.
All right.
So what is going to happen? So we don't love one another. All right.
All right. Yeah. Mr. Lulu Ridges said Jamaica is a melting pot of cultures. I don't know where that have to do with the conversation. Lulu, you came into the conversation late, friend. I don't know what that have to do with the conversation because we're talking about Jamaican. We're talking about the Prime Minister saying that, now that the U.S. has stopped processing immigrant visas, maybe this is time for us to look in inside and build up our own thing. And I said that he is a part of why so many Jamaicans had to run away from Jamaica. Policies that were put in place under his leadership, or policies that were there before he even took leadership of the country, that he never sought to change to benefit the country or to benefit the people of the country, are more Jamaicans then. So if you're not, I'm going to cut it short and say this. I'll move to our next topic. If you are not the leader who was looking out for the average Jamaican and was putting stuff in place to keep them in Jamaica, then you shouldn't have nothing to say. And until you become that, then you don't have nothing to say. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo.
My good family. Talk to
every day, man. Yeah, man, I say, I listened to you a while ago about Jamaican thing, and some run cost mine a while ago. You know, say, if all the black people come out of Jamaica, and some white people come to Jamaica right now and to take power and live in Jamaica, we ship to Africa, Jamaica will be a successful place. Well, and if China and any other nation like China, Japan, and the whites, Jamaica be a successful island. Beautiful housing, lot of business.
Where does
may I say the issue in a Jamaica, black people and them corruption. You know what I mean? Black people just not love each other, and that's the problem we face as a weak. Because Andrew, who wants to care about him people enough to say, okay, go build up
wait, brother. Me short on time this morning. Because we have two big topics to finish this morning, and we're coming down to the 11:30 time of the hour. So I'm not gonna make it go too long this morning. Check this out, right? And the black people nothing in this situation, bro. Yeah, because here what. Look, watch the geopolitics where surround everything and how the things set and how it run and all that. Yes, black people could do more supporting each other and all this other stuff, but it gets even bigger than that. There has to be laws written in that govern certain things, rules and regulations, government level that govern certain things, like the incentives that Chinese people coming off mainland China conducting business in Jamaica get, that is not available to the average Jamaican to run a business there, right? So it has to do more with government, and for the government have all kind of people in it. If you look at the
majority of the island, who are the majority of the island of Jamaica? Who are the majority?
But you're talking about just the people though, but the people them don't write laws. The people them don't write the laws. They abide by the laws.
Government. You can't get my saying. If Jamaican then decide to, yo, we don't want Andrew Holness, we don't want them to get better and we unite, they have to bow and do better. I'm not ask right now so forth, you contradict yourself.
Why you think about the manipulation, you know? I want you to think about the manipulation. I want you to think about the reason why the people them start say, boy, I saw it go. I want you to think about a set of people who have been beat down for so long, tricked and manipulated for so long by both sides of the coin from two parties, till the regular mindset is like, either me have to go left here so, or boy, I just saw it go here, man. Like, the fight has been beaten out of Jamaican people. Me not ask me, I tell you. So this whole unite, and if we say we don't want Andrew in there, or that go happen, them gone past that long time, bro. The people them resign now to, you know what, me just go stick to the evil what we know already, kind of thing.
So defeated, you sound defeated, me like that though.
I don't mean sound defeated, me I tell you what the people them look like, and they look defeated. This ain't the first conversation I've had where I've said this. I've always said this on here, that Jamaican people have forgotten that they are the people who hold the power, and them put our leaders in position to rule. So them are the one with the real power, because just so you put him there, you can't take him out of it. But we have this thing where we put people in power and then we worship them once they assume that powerful position. We don't hold them accountable, you know. We just
they are slaves
because we have been conditioned that way. So may I try to tell you, say you can't go to that without factor in the process of conditioning. They have conditioned these people to be this way for the longest.
Yeah, but looking up on the plantation, them they condition the slave them now.
Yeah, man,
And
then
few
the same
slave
thing.
keep on talking, and then they rebel, and then you can buy a car now. Some can't talk like you. There is hope for black people. If I have my daughter, right? I'm my niece, my
Which part you there talk? Which part you there talk?
Within America.
All right then, don't talk.
In a matter.
Don't talk. You're there in America.
In a matter, so
just like everybody else were on the gone. We had this is because this was the beginning of this conversation. It was about why so many Jamaicans had to leave because visa clamp off now. So I was saying that the same prime minister that's talking about time for us to build up our place and this is for sure we said that what we're supposed to do. May I tell you say him a part of the problem. So now when you got that angle there, you are going that angle, you're the overseas too, bro. I don't like you there, Jamaica talk to me and I say, so Flo, me stay here and do it. And me I tell you, say, if you never run where or if you come back here tomorrow, me show you how to do it too. No, you're gone too.
No, I'm not talking about that. You deflect the point you mentioned to make. I'm not talking about me and with me there. I'm talking about Jamaica and a whole and how to think. I'm not talking about the slave.
But you can't really too talk that from outside.
Why not? Why not?
Brother, you missed the point of the conversation here. I think you have something to say, but you're missing the point of why I got on this topic and the point I'm trying to make with this. Because we have topics where we are rolled through, you know.
Yeah.
Because we have it done by 11:30.
You know, we must have said, the only thing to disagree with you with is that the sound defeated. It's like, yo.
Yeah, repeat yourself again, now. Bro. I already answered that.
All right. Make calm. Big up yourself,
bro.
Right?
All right. Manners. Can't keep on and repeat that. I already tell us I'm not sound defeated. I've been saying this for years right here on this channel that the people of Jamaica are defeated in their spirit. Because people always have said, this ain't the same Jamaican people who nobody could have frigged with from before. Why are they so gullible and why are they so... Because they're defeated. They've been conditioned to be defeated. The people them now just said, boy, I'm just going to stick to the evil when I know a year, man. They won't even get up and vote for something different. They're defeated. You can't blame them. You know? Look what them been through. Jamaican people have been frigged by two political parties on both sides, always thinking, I could run to this one for better. And when they did, them get frigged the same way and then run back over here, and they had nowhere else to run to. And that's been going on forever. I understand what the brother say, but what I'm saying is, Andrew Holness, if we're talking about here and now, and then I'm going to move on to my other topic, Andrew Holness has no room to talk because he's been in leadership for a decade. And I watch under his leadership, tons and tons of our school teachers leave, our doctors leave, our skilled professionals leave the island because there were not opportunities in place for these born and raised Jamaicans to stay and expand and realize their dreams and build and become something in their own home. That's why them over here, so all over Florida alone. They're everywhere else in the US, but I'm just telling you where I'm at. If you drive out and look right now, I can point to you at least 3, 4, 5 Jamaican businesses that are booming right here. From Jamaicans who would have loved to have stayed in Jamaica and make the same thing happen for themselves, but them couldn't because the opportunities were not there and the fight was too much for them. So make the place better all around as far as crime is concerned, as far as the policies that are put in place to help your citizens, your healthcare infrastructure, all of them something there, right? Make the place better like that, and then you will have Jamaicans who don't want to go anywhere else because we can actually stay at home and realize our dreams, our goals, our ambitions for ourselves. And it will work out for the whole country in the long run. All right, moving right along. Let's get into the Leoda Bradshaw situation. Leoda Bradshaw is the young lady who is accused of being the mastermind behind the Philip Paulwell's young daughter and her mom being kidnapped and murdered. Leoda Bradshaw was, let me give you the rundown of the story because not all of you know the story, so you know where I'm coming from. She was in court recently, a few days ago. Somebody sent a link to me and said, SouFLo, you know, sister, them beat up Leoda Bradshaw behind bars. Them all her and beat her bad. And her mom went and complained, and now they are before the courts with the young lady who beat her up in a jail where she's being held. By me reading and doing a little bit of research, something quickly became very apparent to me, which I'm going to show you in a second. Watch this. The American companion of opposition lawmaker Philip Paulwell, that's who she was, Leoda Bradshaw. I did Philip Paulwell woman, but she don't live in Jamaica because she serves in the United States of America military. And those of us who have served know, if you're full-time in the military, you go where the military says you're supposed to go. You can't have man a yard in our next country and station overseas in a military. Your man are go lonely, or your woman are go lonely, right? Because the only time they can see you is when the military says, all right, you can take a little 2-week break and go on. You get leave. So reportedly, she traveled to Jamaica with the sole purpose of murdering Philip Paulwell's infant daughter and the mother. Upon closer look, I realized she's 34. The girl was 27. The girl was. They're 7 years apart. The mother of Philip Paulwell's child was 7 years younger than Leoda Bradshaw. Leoda Bradshaw got jealous, of course, because this is your man. And you found out that your man fathered a child with somebody and is playing family while you're not home, because Philip Paulwell never said it wasn't his daughter. The picnic have him name her, everything. He acknowledges that it's his and everything. The little girl looked just like her daddy and everything. And of course, you're overseas and you find this out, so you get vexed. She flew into Jamaica with one intention alone. This happened one day after she had confronted the woman about the infant on Facebook. The 34-year-old U.S. Navy officer reportedly arrived in the island 4 days before Tashina Patterson, who was 27. Yes, she was 27 and Leoda is 34. Tashina, 27, her 10-month-old daughter, Soraya Paulwell, they were abducted outside of their St. Andrew home on September 9th, and they were taken to East Kingston and shot and killed, and their bodies were burnt. Leoda Bradshaw is alleged to have paid $100,000 US as a down payment to the hitmen to carry this work out. $100,000 US, I did the math for you already, is 633 100,000 Jamaican dollars she paid. 633 US. That's to show you how cheap life is. That you could pay somebody 633 US to kill a mother and her child. And it is multiple men that are involved in this, because 2 of them have already confessed. 2 of them have already told the whole plot and have been sentenced already. So if you even break it down between the 2 guys who did it, they were going to get $300 a piece. So for $300 US, you would kill a mother and her child. And then the way they were killed, gruesome, because that was described as well, right? They were abducted, they were taken to East Kingston, they were killed. Bradshaw allegedly made a 100,000 Jamaican dollars down payment, and with the promise of paying a total purse of 500,000 Jamaican dollars for the entire hit job. So she would have paid them $3,165 US total. But we never have the money right now, so she paid them $630 US upfront. The allegations were disclosed in the Home Circuit Court in Kingston after Bradshaw and her cousin, Roland Balfour, they were brought before the Justice Simon Wolfe Rees on a voluntary bill of indictment to bypass proceedings in the parish court. Dressed in an oversized lavender print dress, the mother of one, Leoda, she looked crushed. She looked utterly dejected, as she was painted as the mastermind behind the shocking kidnapping and murder that had Jamaica in a trance. Balfour, her cousin, who is among 4 people that were arrested in this deadly plot, had a similar appearance. Like, damn, our life is over. We got caught. Bradshaw, who also shares a child with Paulwell, that means that the child that she killed is her child's sister. But she wanted to be the only person that had a child with Philip Paulwell. Paulwell is in his 60s. She is in her 30s. We did the math before. It's 30-something years of difference in age. Didn't really matter who them choose to be with. 2 grown people, they're together. They had a child together also. But when she found out that he had fathered another child with somebody else, she flew into a rage. Because, you know, a big politician, you know. He might not just know lick around the corner politician, you know. He's a big politician, a prominent politician. His name ring bells. So she wanted to be the only one associated and the offspring to be only from her. Well, it's a Philip Paulwell and I'm 60s with no neck. I ain't getting into all that. Deputy Director of Prosecution Andrea Martin Swaby outlined the damning allegations, said that Bradshaw bowed her head in court as she heard the story about the men and what took place, how she contracted them to commit the murder, kidnap the woman and the child the day she landed in Jamaica. According to the allegations, on September 5th, Bradshaw learned of the child's existence and contacted Patterson, Philip Paulwell. She contacted Patterson, the mother of the child, through Facebook, and she introduced herself as Philip Paulwell's wife. Hey, I heard that you have a baby for my husband, kind of thing, right? During the exchange back and forth, I heard you had a baby. The girl said, yeah, how old is your baby? She's this age. Is who you? She said, well, I'm Philip Paulwell's wife. And they went on to talk some more. Does Philip know about her, about the baby? She said, yes, the baby has his last name by his consent. He takes care of us. She checked out on her way to Jamaica because she wanted further conversation with the girl, and the girl blocked her on Facebook, right? The prosecution said that the following day, Bradshaw, who actually resides in the United States of America, arrived in Jamaica and got to work. With the help of her cousin and the other co-defendants, she contracted the men, including one named Rashane Miller, another one named Richard Brown, to do the kidnapping and the murder of the mom and the little girl. Later that night, same day she landed, later that night of the same day she landed, the men went to check out the area where she lived with the child. It is further alleged that on September 7th, they went to the home in Stony Hill, St. Andrew, where Bradshaw was staying, to discuss the execution of the kidnapping and murder plot. 2 days later, before 7 a.m., Bradshaw reportedly made several phone calls to the mother with the view of luring her to her home. Hey, I'm on the island. And I think it would be nice for you to have, I want to meet you. And since you have Philip's child, that means my child and your child are siblings. I think it's good to have the children meet each other, right? And get to know each other because it's sister them. So she fell for it. She fell for it. That was all her plot, just to lure her out. A vehicle pulled up to her gate. It was her. Patterson lured them into the vehicle, the woman and the baby, and they were gone. Martin Swaby added that the Crown is alleged that Bradshaw then took them to Stony Hill, where she handed them over to the men. So they were driving with her thinking, oh, the baby nice and cutie. Here's your sister. Meet your little sister. All along, she was heading straight to those men that she had already contracted to do the killing. Attorney at law Deborah Martin, who is representing Bradshaw, advised the court that both parties have agreed to a date for when this case is supposed to be called up. The men who she contracted to do the killing, those men they were the first ones to admit guilt because the Department of Public Prosecution had sent a notice. In Jamaica, when you're going to charge somebody, when you're going to use the death penalty, by law, you have to send out a notice to the person, right? Saying, we intend to give you the death penalty if you are found guilty. So when they did that, the two guys, we were over here saying, them not kill nobody, because we already know that the Crown, which is the UK arm of our law, said that Jamaica can't do no more hanging. So them not gonna hang nobody. But I guess they did that to scare them. And the two guys who did it came forward. Well, one came forward first. The other one was caught later in a different incident, but with the same murder weapon, ballistic match. And he came forward with a full confession as well. So that's how they know where they went, how it was planned, who was there, how they executed it. And then there was voice notes of a phone call. She wanted to know, she wanted to be on the phone when the mother was being killed. And she said to her, stop tech people, man. Before she was shot in the head. The other gruesome part of this was the baby was shot in the head in front of the mother because she was that jealous and that mad that she wanted this mother to watch her little baby get shot in the head. And she laid out the instructions for the guys to do it this way, and they did it exactly that way. And they confessed that they did it exactly that way. And she said, hold up, I want to say something to her before I'm going to kill her. And she said, stop tech people, man. And he shot her in the head too. She begged for her baby first. She said, please take me instead. Just give the baby a chance to live. Leoda called the shot, allegedly, saying, nah, wow, make sure watch our baby dead. Instructed them to shoot the baby in the head in front of her. And then after they did that, her next. Crazy part of this is one of them confessed that when they went to go pick up the baby, how the baby was playing with them. And I said, damn, that poor baby didn't know what clock a strike, right? And that's the wickedness of how you can play with a child and then execute the child is in itself is a different level of wickedness. But all this is for a man, you know. All this is for a man. And I look deeper into this case. This is not about Philip Palwell, Aguirre, some hard backers and this, that, and the other, like people are saying. This is a 60-something-year-old man. I go up in his 70s. This a man, I not say him not capable, but this is beyond sex. This is somebody who wanted so much to be attached to somebody who is prominent. And she was willing to do anything to make sure she's the only one. She fling away her career in the U.S. Navy, drive to Jamaica, fly to Jamaica, executed this plot. The U.S. Navy Criminal Investigation Branch is also investigating this case as well. Now, her trial date, Leoda Bradshaw's trial date, because a lot of you who've been following, I went through all that, these details, so everybody, some people didn't know about the case. Now everybody knows about the case, okay? Her trial date is now set for January of 2026, right? I also learned that she was a culinary specialist in the military. So culinary specialist basically means that you cook. You're a cook. But you know, they make it sound nice. Not talking down on any profession, because I know people who actually went through as culinary specialists in the military and they got out of the military and they work at 5-star restaurants that their salary is over $100,000 and something a year as a chef. So not talking down, I'm just saying she had a cushy job in the military. And I like she didn't know combat arms, nothing, and it could have messed up her brain and seeing people dead on a regular basis. She was literally a cook. And she was attached to a special unit that was sent to Miami. She got one of them good. I mean, that's what you hope for. If you're going to send me somewhere nice. And she messed up all that for him. The little baby was only 10 months old. A 10-month-old. Her trial is set for January 26th of 2026. Today is January 16th. So 2 days ago, she was in court. And she was in court not because her trial was starting. She was in court because a girl behind bars beat the brakes off of her. Beat her up bad. And they ended up in court taking that girl to court. Now, when they did that, the judge said, I'm not going to see this case today. I will see you all on the 26th. And I thought, I wonder if she gets somebody to beat her up so that when they meet on the 26th, because on the 26th is not just her trial is going to start. Trial don't just start as in the jury pool is selected and you just walk in and trial start. The beginning of a trial usually means on the 26th, they will probably start jury selection. Or they will have a meeting where they will begin to talk about how the process is going to go, right? So it starts on January 26th. It's funny how she ends up in court, though, right before January 26th. Right, Mervin. Exactly what I was thinking, Mervin. I was thinking they can now go to court and say, Your Honor, my client hasn't been found guilty. You know, it's innocent until proven guilty. And she's behind here as if she's been convicted already. Look at her face. Look at how badly she got beaten up back there. Isn't it possible to put her on house arrest or something and she fight this case from outside than to keep her locked up? Because the goal is to get her out. Even if it's to get her out and have her stand trial from outside for a while. So no doubt they're probably going to ask for bail in lieu of a trial, and she just show up. So when I went to go look it up, I'm like, January 26th, the judge said, come back. I say, I want to go on January 26th. Let me go revise this case and pull up some more stuff and see, and boom, that's what it is. Former U.S. Navy culinary specialist Leoda Bradshaw and her 3 co-accused charged in connection with the gruesome murder of 10-month-old Soraya Paulwell and her mother, Tashina Patterson, are expected to learn their official trial date January 26, 2026 is when they will learn their official trial date. The 4 of them have been in custody for more than 2 years. Like I told you though, 2 of them have already pled guilty. Their case was expedited and they have been sentenced because they didn't even have a trial for the 2 because they confessed. Now, Bradshaw is charged. We already know what she charged with, but just to reiterate, she is charged with 2 counts each of conspiracy to murder, conspiracy to kidnapping, actual kidnapping, and actual capital murder, along with her cousin and another person named David Smith and Bjorn Black. Now, Balfour faces accessory before the fact charges related to kidnapping and murder, while Black will be tried on 2 counts each of murder, kidnapping, conspiracy to murder, conspiracy to kidnapping, as well as firearms offenses. He's the one that they caught with the actual murder weapon. So far, they said the tentative date, period, is somewhere from September 28th to November 23rd of 2026. So for those of you who keep asking, yo, what happened to the Bradshaw girl? When they kill Philip Paulwell's daughter, or allegedly? You hear anything about them? January 26th, they're supposed to go back to court to learn when their trial date will actually be. She was in court 2 days ago because a girl beat her up badly, and they took that girl before the courts, and the judge said, I'm not seeing this today, come back on the 26th. Now, that date of the 26th was already planned from last year and had nothing to do with the beating up that she got. But the judge, knowing that that date is already on the book for the 26th, when they came in for the beat up what she get yesterday, the judge said, I will see you all again on the 26th. The time period they're looking for her trial to start is September 28th to November 23rd of 2026. All right? Put that information out there. So that's what's happening with the Leoda Bradshaw case. On top of that, though, the Department of Public Prosecution, Paula Llewellyn, before she left, made an announcement that they would not be telling us anything more. That means any deals that were made behind the scenes or anything more about this case. It will be secretive. And I said, why would she say that? But hey, that's what we have so far. Now, the other one that's on the list today, and our final one, is, of course, the Noel Maitland case. You know, the last time we spoke about Noel Maitland and his case was day before yesterday, was it? Or when was it that we read through Noel saying, I did not kill Donnelly, and he took the stand and him testify and make up some stuff and him say how they tried to ask him or asked him to explain how so much blood from Donnelly scattered all over his apartment, and he said she had 2 miscarriages in that apartment for him. And the last one, they had sex on that same day. So that might have been where that blood came from. Mind you, blood did the upon curtain in a living room. Blood did the upon 2 different shoes in our next part of the house. And the blood was somewhere else, on something else. And the blood was under the front mat. You know, the mat where you put on your front door? Yeah, the blood was pooled under that mat. So I don't know how period blood or any other kind of blood. He said it's either period blood or it's from the miscarriage. Fast forward to today. His case is still before the courts. People are still taking the stand. There's supposed to be character witnesses taking the stand. And the allegations that Constable Noel Maitland had murdered his girlfriend reportedly sent shockwaves throughout the Constant Spring Police Station and Area 5 Police Division in July of 2022. Inspector Franz Morrison told the Home Circuit Court on Tuesday as he gave character evidence for the defense. That means that he is there for Noel. This is an inspector, police officer is there to speak about how this is so unbecoming of Noel. He don't think Noel could have done something like this. He said, I was very surprised. In fact, the entire station family was surprised. The entire division was surprised. Not Noel. This general character did not suggest that he was a person who could have done something like that. Remember, I know our high-ranking officer this know. Said his general character did not suggest that he could have done anything like this. Morrison, who is now assigned to the Rockford Police Station, testified before Justice Leighton Pusey that at the time of Donnelly Donaldson's disappearance, he was stationed in Constant Spring as a sub-officer who was in charge and had direct supervisory responsibility over Noel Maitland. He said, I would describe him as a hard-working police officer, very professional. He was very vibrant as a person who just loved his work, you know. The inspector told the courts that Noel Maitland was generally an agreeable type of person and a team player, though at times he was rather outspoken. He always expressed his opinion, but he never went beyond acceptable limits. Morrison said, adding that Maitland's conduct never raised any concerns about discipline or his professionalism over the years. He was a very sociable person. According to Morrison, he said that Maitland was very sociable. If he went into a room in a little bit of time, he was usually the center of attention. That's the kind of person he was. That was just his personality. Everybody liked him is what he's trying to say. The inspector also gave details of Noel Maitland's operational role at the Constant Spring lockup, describing him as one of the more senior officers who were assigned there. Morrison said that Maitland carried significant responsibility as a force driver, tasked with ensuring that prisoners were transported to court on time and were returned safely to their respective facilities. He was very serious about his work. He would arrive early. He would always be on top of what was needed to be done, and he operated without the need of any close supervision. He added that Noel Maitland was dependable and he could be relied upon to complete his duties efficiently. Under cross-examination by the Director of Public Prosecution, Claudette Thompson, Morrison agreed that while he socialized with Noel Maitland at the station, he did not interact with him socially outside of work and work environment. He also said that he was unaware of Noel Maitland's relationship with Donnelly Donaldson or with the mother of his child even. Didn't know anything about him and no woman. Morrison further accepted that based on his more than 24 years in the Jamaica Constabulary Force, he had encountered situations in which individuals acted outside of their perceived character, because the cross-examiner is asking him, so what are you telling us? Are you telling us that, or is it true that people can be one way at work and be a completely different way outside of work? And he said, yes, absolutely. So did you hang out with him after work? Do you know him outside of work? And he said, no. Never hang out with him after work. Never hang out or did anything with him outside of work. Didn't even know about him and Donnelly Donaldson relationship. The inspector also confirmed that he had given a statement in the case and he was aware that it was being relied on by the prosecution, acknowledging that he was also a Crown witness despite being called to give character evidence for the defense. Want to see how Jamaica, did y'all just hear what I just said? The inspector also confirmed, let me say this for you again. The inspector also confirmed that he had given a statement in this case and was aware that his statement was being relied upon by the prosecution, acknowledging that he was also a Crown witness, despite being called to give character evidence for the defense. That is a conflict of interest big time if I've ever seen it. But okay. Noel Maitland is charged with murder, preventing the lawful burial of a corpse in relation to the disappearance of Donnelly Donaldson, who was 24 years old, an entrepreneur, social media influencer who was reported missing in July of 2022. The case is now just getting to court. The police constable who admitted to bringing Donnelly Donaldson to his home to continue her birthday celebration declared his innocence on Tuesday. Noel said, I never had any thoughts of hurting Donnelly, and I will never, ever kill Donnelly. I will never, ever kill Donnelly. So he was talking as if she was still alive and he would never do anything to her. Noel Maitland said in a rushed, unsworn statement before the 7-member jury, I don't have any thoughts on hurting Donnelly and I will never kill Donnelly. The policeman told the courts that he and Donnelly had multiple arguments during their 3 years plus relationship, mostly over the mother of his child. He said that he would often ignore her during these arguments. He wasn't the type to get physical with her when they argued. We have argued about this many times. It has not been physical. It has never, ever been physical, he said. He added that their final dispute was triggered by repeated calls from the mother of his child and by a photograph of a woman that was hanging on the wall in his house. According to Noel Maitland, after that last argument on July 12th of 2022, I went to sleep, leave her up, went to my bed, and I was later woken up by Donna, who told me that she was leaving. She woke me up and she left the Tuesday, and I haven't seen her since that day. He also told the courts that the tiny spots of blood that were found throughout his apartment could only be from a miscarriage that she had suffered during an intimate moment. I went know what I said. I beat it so hard that she lose the baby. The trial, which began in May 2025, continues today, January 16, 2026, with both the defense and the prosecution about to close their cases. That's where we're at with this now. All right. For Donnelly, I'm still sticking to what I said before. She walked into that apartment. We saw her on video walk in, right? They have video evidence that she walked in, as was testified by the digital forensic people in the court process. She never walked out. It is my summation. She came out in the couch. That was his way of her coming out of the apartment. Donnelly walked into Noel Maitland's apartment on foot, willingly, and came out in the couch. Yeah. So again, we'll continue to follow this case. I hope justice is served. I don't see how he can beat the case unless they actually really go dirty with this case. I consider this one a slam dunk. But we'll see, because this is Jamaica, and he is a police officer, and he does have a lot of backative. With that said, this is the end of us today here on this live. It is Friday. It's cold here in Florida today. That's why I have on jacket and shirt and all kind of something like that. But you know, it's still good weather. Go outside and get you some fresh air and some sunshine. All right? Surround yourself with people you love, people who love you. If you don't have that and you can't do that, then it's okay to be alone. Be by yourself. Get to know yourself. Love yourself. If you can't love yourself or don't know how to love yourself, you can't love anybody else. Self-love, the best love. All right? With that said, my grandmother, Miss Ruby, said, be good. If you can't be good, be careful, but it is best to be good. And my grandfather, Mas Clevey, who's right next to her, said, I will see you tomorrow, if God spare life. Knowing that you're not God, we're not in control, we can't get tomorrow and bring it, come give it to anybody, not even to ourselves. No matter how much money we have, material possessions, or social up the ladder we are, we just have to hope and pray that we are in the grace of the Most High and we will be blessed with tomorrow. So, with that said, I will see you tomorrow if God spare life. Walk good. I'm out.